We just crossed over 15,000 miles, and I got to look back and see exactly how many miles this C8 Z06 had on it when I bought it, and also when I bought it, which I think was like April 26th. So, ironically, here we are 2 months in. This could be my 60-day review of my C8 Z06, which I got to tell you guys, I absolutely love more than I could have ever imagined. And every single day, it just gets better and better and better. Hell, perhaps maybe even the announcement, introduction, release, debut of the new C8 ZR1, ZR1X, Zora, whatever, has brought even more of an appreciation for this car to me, and my joy and my excitement, my love, my passion that I want to share for a specific reason. I'll share that with you guys here in a minute. And today, we are in a new location. You guys know how I like to do. Obviously, what I don't like to do is bring you a clean car in these videos, but that's probably something else we'll address here soon. I drove around today trying to find just a cool spot that I haven't been to yet, just to switch up the mood, the vibe, and get a chance to drive the car. I guess some updates besides the mileage and the amount of time that I've had this car now would include my first modification that you can't even see. It's almost, it's like when I was growing up, first mods when we bought cars were intake, header, exhaust. That was a given. We didn't have a lot of money, so it's like, well, we're gonna get one of those. But then it was also wheels, tires, suspension. Got to get that ride dialed in just right. And things have changed. And so what we have here is a vehicle that I bought that I said when I bought it didn't need any modification. And I still stand by that, let alone the fact that I don't really want to modify it. I don't really want to mess with factory warranty or anything like that. But modifications have been done. Maybe you guys can tell, maybe you can't. Hopefully you can't. Besides the badges being removed and, quote unquote shaved. If you've watched any of the recent shorts in the past that I've uploaded since my last video, maybe you caught on. But the modification that has been done has been full PPF. And I would say 99% of the car has PPF on it now. I ended up going to lunch with a buddy yesterday, and we went over to beach camp, and the parking lot's gravel. So you can tell that the wheels, the tires have a little bit of dust on them, and I haven't washed it since then. I actually thought it was gonna rain. It probably is still gonna rain. So that's why the car's a little dirty, a little filthy, despite having just gotten it back and only driven it like 2 or 3 times since. But that's also a part of the reason why I chose to get the PPF. There are a few like nicks and blemishes on the front hood, front storage cover. I don't know if you call it a hood if there's no engine in there, but I don't know if it was like that when I bought it or after I got it, but I said to myself, I don't want any more. So we went ahead and took the plunge, dove off the deep end, and got the whole car PPF'd. I'm gonna see, you guys can see these ashy tires with the gravel on them. And there was actually these hairline scratches. There's some hairline scratches right there that I didn't even notice until it was pulled into the bay, or we were pulling it into the bay to get the PPF done. It's just different lighting, different angles. And it's just like, the car's used, so it's like, that's part of like my reasoning behind buying used. It's like, well, I don't have to be so upset that I bought it brand new and, I own those mistakes. I own those scratches, those dings or whatever. But this color, I love this freaking color, but this color is doing a really good job of hiding those blemishes, or at least it was. Now, the car is fully PPF'd, so I feel more comfortable. I feel safer. I feel better about it. And it got PPF'd by Ceramic Pro in Panama City Beach. It got full ceramic coating the car, the PPF, and the wheels, and I'm extremely satisfied. Again, as this is we're a repeat customer of theirs. But that brings me to washing the car, because I told you guys I don't really want to like slave over washing this car, and I'm not going to. But now that it's PPF, I don't really feel like there's an issue or problem. I don't mind just grabbing a bucket and a rag and going to town, or a wash mitt, and just washing it real quick, rinsing it off and drying it, because I'm not going to mess up the paint. I'm not going to put swirls in the PPF. And even if I did somehow, some way manage to mess up the PPF, well, with heat, it is self-healing. So it's just a win-win all the way around. And so the first modification that has been done is full PPF. And, you know, if I were to do any other modification, I consider suspension as far as lowering it, getting that fitment just right, maybe spacers, maybe a new set of wheels, but odds are I'm probably not. And I do have my eye on an exhaust, a full titanium exhaust, but even that I probably still won't do. I just really like this car. I don't think that there's anything wrong with it. I don't think it necessarily needs modification. I am used to modifying vehicles, but this one is definitely doing its job of checking every box and not needing me, or like really wanting me to tinker with it, besides just driving it and enjoying it all the way up to 86,000 RPM. Now, I will say it's been a minute since we've talked, since we've chat, and this is a car channel. It's a me channel. It's an evolution of a channel. I guess a little bit of backstory, insight on me. I'm a YouTuber for the most part now, technically, content creator. But besides being an enthusiast, I am like a pretty positive person. And I don't do the negative. I don't do the appearing negative or problematic titles and thumbnails for this channel, for this car, for these videos, because I honestly I'm over it. I'm tired of it. It's actually extremely frustrating, especially from the perspective of having been in the market to buy this vehicle, having to filter through and sift through a bunch of nonsense and trash on YouTube of fake titles and thumbnails that give the perception of a problem, or perhaps maybe not, only for the video never to really address clearly in any reasonable amount of time the actual reason why you may have clicked on the video, let alone as it is theoretically supposed to be a resource to help people with the car, interested in the car, or maybe even perhaps even the owners of the cars and trying to solve their own issues and problems, get answers to questions or suggestions or whatever it may be. So this is probably as negative and as problematic as a title and thumbnail will ever get from me, guys, over here. And I'm okay with that. Perfectly fine with that. And this channel is not a profit center for me by any means or any stretch of the imagination. So there's that. Now, I will say there have been some things that I've realized since purchasing, owning, but more importantly, sharing my experience, this car, with you guys, with the internets. A lot of you guys are fucking great. A lot of y'all are really cool people. Some of y'all I've even met already, just rolling up to me saying, "Hey, aren't you on YouTube? I've seen you on YouTube. Is that your Z06?" That's really cool. But besides what I pointed out before of the constant battle in traffic of people just trying to pass you or race you or cut you off or whatever it may be, seemingly, I think maybe so far, like beyond the Jeep community, the Corvette C8 community is pretty cool, pretty chill. And other drivers on the road, they really, I mean, it's like they see another C8 and they kind of like, yeah, ironically, as I tug on my Porsche hat here. But I think one of the coolest things is actually riding down the road, and I was riding down 30A yesterday, and just seeing random people, which you would assume just by walking aren't necessarily like car people, just kind of like pointing at the car and tapping someone next to them or something. And I think that just kind of says a lot for the car, and just like the genuine, natural love and appreciation for what GM has accomplished here with, yeah, a supercar. A supercar. It is a supercar, or at least to me it is. But like I said, I'm learning. And one of the things that I've learned is that there aren't, you know, the love for this car isn't unanimous. Some people hate on it. I get it. I understand it. It's a free country, freedom of speech, right? But, and so far, this has just been my experience. C8 Z06 haters don't exist in real life. They don't exist in real life, at least not that I've met. They seem to only exist in the comment section on YouTube videos and TikTok reels. But I think the easiest way to explain it, would be like this. If you guys can't tell by now, I'm in love with my C8 Z06. In every way, shape, or form, stretch of the imagination, absolutely hands down. I would buy another one tomorrow. Maybe I'm considering buying another one, who knows? Absolutely love it. And I don't want to ruin it. I don't want to ruin my car. I don't want to ruin the experience by hating on it, unnecessarily hating on it, creating these false problems and ideas, and solely for the purpose of clicks, views, and virality. Like, that's just, I mean, I get it, I understand. I watch YouTube a lot. I make YouTube videos, I watch YouTube videos, and I get it, especially from the standpoint and perspective of a lot of folks out there creating content are, in essence, mimicking other people who've already made content. And as people begin to mimic the idea of the only way you can talk about your car is if you put it behind a terrible thumbnail and oh my God, a shock face and tragedy and problems is the only way anybody's gonna watch your video. But that is if your sole purpose and goal here is to just get people to click and watch the video. Whereas for me, it's really more of a fun outlet, an opportunity for me to enjoy this car, my mental break and vacation, as I've called it from time to time, and share my experience, document the life of this car from the point of which I picked it up and I bought it, and perhaps maybe at the very least be a sound resource for anyone else out there considering buying a C8 Z06. Whether it's new or used, doesn't matter. This car is a 2023, it's 2025. We're probably gonna have C8 Z06s rolling out until 2028, 2029, and then we'll move on from there. But I can guarantee you this, that for the next 100+ years, people are gonna still be trying to buy C8 Z06s in some way, shape, or form. And if my videos can help them in any way possible, then so be it. I would be honored. And I would say, if you have the means, I highly recommend picking one up. But yeah, I just want to be a valuable resource to buyers. And if you got questions, drop them in the comments. Like, I'm not an expert. I haven't had it long. I haven't put a ton of miles on it, but you know, I will shoot it to you straight and leave it at that. I love this car. I like other cars. I still rock my Porsche hat for sure. I'm gonna leave it at that, folks. I've read all the comments. I get it, I understand it. And I know it's all in good fun. Besides that, I would like to connect, you know, as I have already with other car lovers and enthusiasts and C8 owners in general. And I do have other YouTube channels. And yeah, some of the comments that I actually read were things like, well, how do you afford a C8 Z06? Or, you know, how much is the monthly payment? Or what do you got to do to get one? Or do you have other YouTube channels? You look familiar, yada, yada, yada. And so if you guys want more information on that, you want to connect with me personally, you want to talk about these things, you want to put one of these in your garage or whatever it may be, then feel free, reach out. The other YouTube channels I consider to be more like work. And this channel is more like a fun hobby for me. Plus, this channel is monetized, so it earns money too. Maybe I can use some of that little bit of cash to cover gas and car wash So at least car wash equipment, because I did do that one mobile detail, but now that we're PPF'd, I don't think that's necessarily going to be required moving forward. I will go out there and hose this thing off. Now, I will say this. Some other considerations I have to purchase may be the Ready Jack or Quick Jack. It's like a floor system that you can put down and jack the car real quick. So I'm thinking about that. I want to get the Paragon adapters for the jack points under the car. But besides that, I might buy one of, I don't know where I saw it, but it's like a package kit of a pressure washer, hose reel, all self-contained, and I can mount it on the wall in my garage. That way, when it is time to wash the car, it's not like a long, drawn-out process, and it's super fast, quick, easy, in a hurry, and it would just make it that much more enjoyable that I wouldn't have to do so much extra work just to do the work to wash the car. I think I saw one the other day, and it had a Mighty M or MTM pressure washer, and it was like, I want to say it's like $600, $700, $800 or something. Maybe it was $1,600, $1,800. I don't remember exactly what it was, but something like that is what I'm considering for the garage. I don't know if I would necessarily consider that to be a modification, but there's that, folks. I hope to bring you guys some more videos here soon, maybe a few more shorts, and check out the links below. And at the bottom of the description, there's an opt-in for my free newsletter, and you're more than welcome to join if you like and get the latest updates and an invitation to exclusive events, including my free mastermind.